So I'm gonna start off with M.A.C softening lotion. Spray this all over my face. Of course, I already did my brows, so I definitely don't want to mess them up. The softening lotion just kind of prepares the skin for the foundation, and it hydrates the skin as well. And I feel like that's the most important part when it comes to powder foundations, is to make sure your skin is really prepped well and that it is super moisturized. Now if you have oily skin, it does not matter. You still need to make sure your face is moisturized, okay? So now I'm gonna go in with my refining pore stick. And I'm just gonna put this all over here. Pretty much where my pores are a little bit more dominant. Now for my primer, I'm going to use M.A.C TimeCheck Lotion. You can use any primer you want as long as it's a good primer. It's going to keep your makeup on. If you have oily skin, you can use an oil controlling primer. You have combination skin, you really have a lot of different options. I have combination skin, so I'm using TimeCheck Lotion. I love the TimeCheck Lotion because it also helps blur the imperfections that you may have. So pretty much we call this like a filter in a bottle. Okay, now that I have my skin completely prepped, it is time to do the foundation. Okay, so with powder foundation, when you're putting concealer on, I like to put my concealer on first because my concealer is a liquid. Even if it's liquid, if it's a cream, you want to put it on first. Okay, so I'm gonna put on M.A.C Water Weight Concealer in NW40. And I actually like to use this one because it's a little bit more of a softer appearance than some other concealers that might be on the market. And I still want that soft look to my skin. Okay? And I'm going to blend that out with my beauty blender. Just tap it back and forth. And really with the concealer, like, you really want to feather it out a little bit more than what you would do with liquid foundation, just so everything can be really consistent. I'm just going to tap this part out right here, blend it up, blend it down, right? Same thing on the other side. Tap it back and forth, feather it out. I'm going to put on my Mineralize pressed powder, which is in medium dark. And I'm still going to use my beauty blender and just press it back and forth on top of that concealer. This is also going to help the concealer. It's going to also set the concealer, and it's going to help oxidize it as well and make the concealer a little bit more deeper in color. Same thing on the other side. This lighting is trying to play me, but stick with me, okay? Now that we have our Mineralize press powder on, we're going to start putting our foundation on. The foundation that I am using today is going to be M.A.C Mineralize Loose Foundation, which looks like this in the color Deep Dark. Okay? And I'm just going to use a fluffy, medium fluffy brush. It's kind of like a blush brush to apply this powder foundation. And you're going to just stipple it on. And you really want to apply it from the cheekbone, like under the cheekbone, down. Okay. Same thing on this side. And you can also blend it up a little bit if you want to take away a little bit of that concealer and powder that you put on. But you want to make sure you marry the two together so it looks like a consistent face. Okay? Now you would apply this loose powder the same way you would apply a pressed powder. You want to stipple it on first and then buff it in. And this powder is medium to full coverage, so it just kind of depends on how much you put on will be the coverage that you get. I want to say most powder foundations are medium to full coverage, which is a good thing because you can go as light as you want for something just quick and easy, or you could do something real dramatic and really beat the face down. Okay, now the face is starting to warm up a little bit. I'm going to put some down the bridge of the nose and then feather it on the sides. You're going to meet that concealer and powder right here on the side here, and the best way to take care of that is just doing the tapping motion, so blending them together. So now we have our powder foundation completely on with our concealer and our powder to set our concealer. So now we're just going to keep warming the face up a little bit more with some more powder. I'm going to take Swiss Chocolate from M.A.C, which is a blush, and I'm going to use this as my contour. I'm just going to put it right here and just blend it up a bit. Just to kind of feather it out a little bit more. Same thing on this side. Doing little kind of circular motions. So just kind of buff that in. Okay. Now I'm going to go around the forehead. I really don't care to contour my forehead to make it appear smaller. I love my forehead. It's been my forehead for all my life, so I know I have a big head. It's not a big deal to me to try to hide it. I'm really just doing this to continue to warm the face up, and that's it. So I'm using more of a stippling motion, and I'm bringing it down. Right? So now I'm just going to do the same thing to the side of the nose. And then I'm going to go back in with that same angle brush that I use to just really get in there. Okay. Okay. Just get a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to go back in with my powder that I set my concealer with, just here. Kind of press it up against the nose a little bit so all that can look consistent. We want the face to always look consistent. Okay. Alright, almost done, guys. So my next step is going to be to just highlight, and I am going to use Superb by MAC with a highlighting brush. Right above the cheekbone. Right there. Okay, right there. And I'm really just feathering it out now. Same thing on this side. Right above the cheekbone to the apple, to the top of the apple. Okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna go in with my blush, and I'm gonna use my favorite blush of all times. Matte format blush. Yes, I said it was my favorite because it's almost empty, but I have a backup, so no worries. And I'm going to go in with a fluffy blush brush, and I'm just going to tap that right on the apples of the cheek and feather it back. Alright, y'all, I'm going to finish my eyeshadow and come back with the final look. Alright, ladies, this is the final look to my powder foundation routine. I hope you ladies enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and of course I will list all the products below that I used in today's video, including all the eye products that I used. Until then,